One of these days, I'm gonna make a standard deck. It's probably gonna be probably a water grass type standard deck. Haven't exactly decided exactly when I'm gonna do that, but maybe tomorrow after work. I don't know. I haven't really decided yet. But yeah, what's up, guys? Anyways, I'm Josh, telling you welcome to another Let's Battle on Pokemon TCG right here, right now. We're gonna go ahead and get started as soon as possible. Just want to double check. So right now I got an expanded deck, which is obviously tournament legal for the expanded portion of tournament stuff. One of these days I'll probably be doing a tournament, but I just want to double check to make sure I got everything here correctly before I start up in my battles. Looks I'm doing fine. I actually put a 3-type energy in the next one. I think I'm going to have a Mewtwo in my next deck. Not this one, but the other one that has 120 damage. I'll put a Victini in there. I'll probably use Blastoise and Venusaur EX along with Mega Blastoise and Mega Venusaur EX. Because I'm going to make one for my real deck. Obviously, as you guys know me, I have a real deck in real life that's pretty close to this. The only difference is I don't have a Hoopa EX in real life and another Mewtwo EX in real life. I mean, I got like 4 Mewtwo EXs, but I don't have 2 of them that has damage change and another one that has a Victini EX, but I do plan on probably buying those whenever I can pop one up. So, okay. What's this? Well, duh, it's not for theme format. It's not for that. It's for unlimited and it's for expanded. Yep. Alright. One second. What are my challenges? I can see what my challenges are real quick, guys. Alright, so collect 42 prizes and cards expanded. Non-matches. How many? Got an hour and 21 minutes to complete that. This one should be easy. Alright, we're going to give my deck a try here real quick. See how my strats go. Oh, psychic deck. Nice. Let's go Tails. I lost. Nice. This could be up against me. So, I've never actually fought a straight up psychic deck, but that's okay because I got psychic versus psychic. Not the greatest, but it's alright. And I got a pretty decent pull on that for that stack. Nice. Let's see here. So my opponent ended up getting a mulligan. Get my speaker up here for a little bit. Well, you guys can hear me, right? Alright. Let's hope it's not a Mewtwo EX. There's a good chance it could be a Mewtwo EX. Alright! Double Mewtwo EX. I like that. Good. And it's not a Mewtwo EX. Nice. He's not gonna like that. Oh, he's got a Hoopa EX. It means you can choose 3 basic type EX Pokemon while putting it on the bench. From your hand to the bench, you're allowed to summon up to 3 Pokemon. That's his ability. Very OP ability, actually. So he's got a Mewtwo EX, 2 Mew EX. Those are going to be harsh on my... I might not win against this deck. He's got a pretty good deck going on there. And I don't blame him. Just that Mew EXs that he has that he just popped up here, that replaceability is just one bogus attack. And that can do some mighty damage. Have no fear. Not too far behind. Go get my Charmander. I have a Charmeleon. Let's hope that my Charizards are in this deck. Okay, so I got 1 Charizard. The other Charizard must be in my prize. Get rid of him. I'll bring out my Hoopa. Bring out my Victini. I'm okay with that. Not yet. Now Victini EX. Hoopa EX, and yes I would. You know, I can only put 2 Pokemon out at a time. Definitely want this Blaziken EX. Be a nice 30 damage. 60. Okay, not bad. Forgot that this Pokemon's weakness is Psychic. Oh, nice. Smart move. I'm gonna put Hoopa out there. Only problem is, by him putting Hoopa out there, it's not a smart move. I'm not gonna go for that. I'm actually gonna go for Hoopa. Because Hoopa's ability is when you play this Pokemon from your hand to deck to your bench, you make up the 3 Pokemon EX, except for Hoopa EX. Off, you just reveal them, put them in your hand, and shuffle your deck afterwards. But the Hyperspace Fury is discard 2 energies attached to this Pokemon. This attack does 100 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. So it doesn't matter if they're on the bench or not. Which is pretty darn crazy. And what we're going to do here is bring out my Mega Charizard and get him ready. even though it makes my end. It's okay, because I can't attack anyways. So the next one I'll do is probably put a Mega Blaziken out there. And he's going to hate that. Get 2 Mega Pokemon out there. Because I can't attack in the next battle anyways. So there's no point in me worrying about it. But he has retreat costs here. But I ain't going after this Pokemon. I'm going after straight up after his Mew EX. Just hope I get a Psychic type energy. If not, I'm going to have to retreat cost Hoopa EX, put Victini out there, and then put some energies on him that way. And then retreat Victini. And he's got a Mewtwo EX out there too. Luckily, it's the Cyburn. Can't do anything right now. Alright, so we're gonna put this on Victini. I'm gonna go ahead and retreat Hoopa EX. And I'm gonna put Victini out there. Now that's a smart move I did, even though I'm discarding 2 energies here for the Victini. The reason why is because I had the fire energy. Now I get to search 2 basic energy from my deck. Even though I have only 4 these things left, I'm gonna try to go after 1 attack against his Mew and try to knock out the Mew before he can bring out Mew. Alright. Still can't retreat. And he can't attack yet either. Smart move. Nah, actually, that really wasn't a smart move. Because I'm honestly not going after that Pokemon. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and start getting my Mewtwo EX ready here. Then I'll start getting my Charizard EX and my Blaziken EX ready. Actually, I'm only going to be able to hit 1 of his Pokemon, so with the next move, at least get my Mewtwo EX ready. Now he can do damage change. What are you planning? Do you got another Psychic energy in there? Or basic energy? Nope. I don't need to use that. Two energies attached to that Pokemon. Actually, we're going to do one more move here. Because I can discard 2 fire energies from Hoopa and keep on attacking that Mew. Doesn't realize what I'm doing yet. But this is also kind of scary. Actually, Blaziken right now is probably the best one to use that for. Although I like Mega Charizard EX, he's not the greatest in that particular manner. Destroys first Mew because its weakness is Psychic. Yep. Smart. Nice. Okay. Make sure I get a Charizard EX. Ready. Retreat. Yes. We'll go with Hoopa. Hoopa. Do your devastating attack. And we're going to destroy his Mew EX. 1, 2. Done. It's 200 damage, remember? Nope. 100 damage. So I guess it didn't apply his weakness since he put that weakness on there. Not a big deal because I'm going to destroy his other Mew. Okay, that's what it was. So you put a card on there. I need to have 3 on there. He's gonna go ahead and probably... I don't have any more Psychic. I'm gonna try to just go after the Mew EX here and destroy it. I know this is kind of crazy to think this, but it's better to be safe than sorry in this game. So we're gonna destroy Mew EX. And then if I have to, I'll just retreat Hoopa and put Victini back out there. Let's pray that I get a Psychic. Yes! 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 Okay, smart move. Smart move. Ooh, he's got 2 Psychic. He's getting ready for that Mew. Might just swap out that Mew with these Scroopy. Are you going to retreat him? Nope, he's going to attack. Nice. He's only going to do 20 damage. 60? Okay. 70 total. Yes! It's not what I'm going for. I don't care if he destroys my Hoopa EX. It's not what I'm worried about. I'm worried about that Mew, and I'm going to destroy it with this new one. So... next move, I'm going to have to go ahead and put the fire energy probably to Hoopa and just retreat him for now. out? Did it knock him out? Almost. I don't think this is going to matter much because I don't think I have any more psychic energy anyways. It's alright. I want him to knock out Hoopa EX, so it's not a big deal right now. Because I'll put up Victini out there for now. Okay, so he's going to get his Mewtwo out there. I think that's what he's going to do. Bring out Mewtwo. More than likely, I will lose this battle, guys. Just telling you guys right now. Just because because he's got his Mewtwo coming out and he's got a Mew still out there, so right now. Wait, what does his move do? Nice. Really nice. And actually, I'm going to... I don't know if I do get any more. Do I get any more? I got one at least. I'll take that. Now I know that I have all my energies are out. I will equip my Blaziken EX with that. Equip Blaziken with that and swap out Blaziken and start to get Blaziken to go out there and start doing some massive damage. I'm going to retreat Victini though, for sure. You can put Mew EX, Mewtwo, Mega Mewtwo EX out there. I think that's what he's going to go for. No, he didn't have any Mega Mewtwo EX. What are you planning on doing? Didn't do any damage to me. Nice. Oh, nice. Alright. So put this on Mega Charizard EX. Pop out my Charmander. Or I go with the Charizard. Doesn't matter. I'm just using this as a opposing factor so I can go ahead and level up my Charmander to Charmeleon. Let's go ahead and retreat Victini. So now this move is interesting. So he's going to do 100 damage right now, destroy that guy. And then he's going to do 200 damage for the next Pokemon he has. Unless this gives him more HP. Okay, never mind. So I'm not worried about that. So I knocked out that Pokemon. So just hope his Mewtwo EX doesn't knock out my Mega Blaziken EX. Right off the bat. I knew that's what he was going to do. Okay. Reduced by 30. Just 200. Still should be able to knock out his Mewtwo EX. Not a big deal. It's you. Bring out my charge. Oh, come on, game. I'm clicking on you. There we go. This does 200 damage now. Minus 30. Nice! Knocked him out. Come on. Did he not knock him out? Almost, almost. It's plus 40. Okay. So he's got like 2 hits left. So he's going to do 90 plus 30 more damage. Should be almost 200 damage on my Blaziken, but since I healed him, he should be fine. Whew. Alright. Mewtwo X is all gone. Eva Soda. Bring out my Charizard. Still does 100 damage. Bye-bye. Alright. Nice! Are you gonna give up? Nope. Okay. He's got a Night March out there, but I should win this anyways. Okay. Basically, I won this, guys. Alright, so it knocked out my Pokemon. Not a big deal, but I still won. And that's how you do it, guys. Put out my Charizard EX and I still win. Good game. Good game. Good game. Woo! That was actually a quite hard battle, guys. I don't know if you realize that. That was, he had a really strong deck going on there. Let's check out what my opponent's deck was. Okay, see, he even had a Mewtwo on top of that. But because I destroyed his Mew EX, one of his Mew EXs, that scared him. And then I destroyed him with the Mewtwo EX as well. And he absolutely had nothing he could run on. Not even his Giratina could have done anything to me. Because he didn't have enough energy. Whereas I definitely set myself up perfectly on that. And he didn't play that Hoopa EX correctly, which caused him to obviously get annihilated. Luckily, I played my Hoopa correctly. Smart deck, good deck, but just didn't play his game 100% correctly. What's my challenges again? $35 out of 42 prize cards. Need to calculate something real quick. I'd have to win 2 battles. I don't think I'm going to get that prize today. Not what I'm even worried about. But, yeah. I'll do one more versus. He's got a colorless guy. I think I fought this guy before. I know the last guy I fought before, so. I think this guy I fought too. He's got a pretty powerful deck if I remember right. Nice. Victini. Perfect card. Nice. It's at 90 HP. Discard a random card from your opponent's hand. That's not a cool move. As you guys can tell, the Charizards really are not what I rely on in this deck. I don't even really rely on those 2 cards even, but they do help me out quite a bit in my strats. Let's put out the Mewtwo EX first. Put Hoopa out there. Let's go ahead and get 3 more EX Pokemon. Bring out my Blaziken. Let's bring out Charizard. Not that one. That one's crappy, actually. Not really crappy, but I wouldn't say he's the greatest. And this guy might concede. I don't know. We'll see what happens. So my other EX Pokemon are actually in my prize. I don't need Mega Blaziken out. Not right now, at least. It's just from his hand. Yep. If I remember right, this guy's got a Dialga EX in his deck. Okay. I don't mind the Eve Soda being gone. I don't think I got Mega Charizard EX in there, so I can't remember if I do or not. I do got Mega Blaziken EX. Because he can't really do any damage to me. I'm not really any threat. Let's get Mega Blaziken out right now before he discards him. Hyper Voice. Alright. That on him. Teeny. Like a Blaziken ready. Keep on discarding my hand. I really don't care, dude. Okay, so now he's gonna use Supersonic, so my Pokemon's confused. Smart move. Also doesn't realize that I can also do what I want to do. Mewtwo EX is now gonna do 30 times 4, so it's 90 damage on him. Retreat. No. Not yet. Make my Mewtwo EX very OP. Six times 30. Damage. Thirty times 6 again. How do I keep on coming out of that? That Pokemon's dead. Smart. Sorry, bud. You can't discard any more cards I have anymore. You can put my Pokemon to sleep, which is smart. Sleep is not a big deal. Flip a coin. Get rid of it. He conceded. I knew that was going to happen. I had a feeling he was going to do that. He knew he wasn't going to win. Smart move. Good sportsmanship there, bud. You knew you were going to lose, so just give up. It's very good sportsmanship in Pokemon. I've told you guys this time and time and time again. It's always a good thing, not a bad thing, to give up. If you know you're going to lose, give up. Especially in a tournament, because you got to win 2 out of 3. So, seemed like a good guy. He was kind of smart, but the only problem is he was being kind of dumb there. Just putting all of his energies on one Pokemon, not getting anything ready. But yeah, he had a very basic deck, no wonder. His deck was specifically modified to discard my cards from play, which is not a bad strat, but put up against what I had out, he wasn't going to win. But not bad. He had a good deck, though. I do give him that much credit. He had a really good deck. Yay! On to that next Victini. Woo! Full art. Alright. I really don't have time to go and do another one, guys. Sorry. But, I will, what's this all about? Whatever. Yeah. Let's, check my deck. Since 14 out of 25 wins. That's actually really good. In fact, I think it was yesterday I kept on getting a lot of people who concede against my deck because they knew they wouldn't win. So it's telling you overall how strong that deck is. You guys get a chance to, and I don't care if I show off my deck because I'm here for you guys and to help out any beginner Pokemon player out there. But I'm going to go ahead and show you my deck anyways, just so you guys can learn a thing or two. So the basis of this deck to be so powerful, and it's not what you guys think it is. Okay, it looks like it's a Charizard deck, but the Charizards really are just there to intimidate the opponent. Okay, now I understand that the Charizards are there, they're cool, they are strong when I have to rely on them, but I don't rely on those cards to defeat my Pokemon or defeat the opponent's Pokemon. In fact, the cards I really rely on are what you've seen me use, and that's my Mewtwo EXs. I'll usually get them out as much as I can. I will use this Charizard a lot. I will consistently bring out my other, my Charmander, Charmeleon to get to this Charizard as you saw in the first battle. And that's specifically because I do rely on that Charizard a lot because he's got Recall, which Recall allows me to do is to go through any of these 2 previous forms and use them. So if I need to get a supporter card, I can use Call for support if I have to, or Slash if it's a smaller type Pokemon instead of having to use Combust Blast during the next turn, which I wouldn't be able to attack with next. Now Charmander, Charmeleon, and Charizard are good cards too, but when you're put up against a water deck, I have to have something that's going to counter that. Now, the only way I can counter that is if I get my Victini, which Obviously, he's a fire, but my Victini allows me to get my energies and plop them on them when I need to. And my Hoopa EX, which allows me to summon my Pokemon. The Hoopa EX allows me to either get Victini or the 2 Mewtwo's, and the Mewtwo's are what's going to counter that water deck. Okay. So those are my 3 cards that I counter with a water deck if I can, and I'll get those cards ready to go ahead and counter water. Otherwise, if it's not a water deck and I can use my fire, obviously I'm going to get my Charizard EX ready. I'm going to get my Victini as ready as possible, as fast as I can with my Mewtwo EXs. As you guys seen, those Mewtwo EXs allow me to go ahead and do damage change. Now, what a damage change does is it says switches all damage counters this Pokemon with those of your opponent's active Pokemon. So let's say if I only have 2 energy cards attached to this Mewtwo EX, right? And I'm acting as if there was nothing on him, nothing whatsoever. That Pokemon keeps on doing damage, and I get up to 120 damage or whatever, and I act like I don't have another Psychic energy back there or another energy to equip as long as I have the 2 energies on there. Okay, I'm going to let my opponent, I'm going to psych him out acting like I don't have anything. The moment he thinks he's got it, I slam down that extra energy that I need, and I'll take the 120 damage or whatever damage I have on here, and let's say if he's got 120 damage on his Pokemon, right? I'll take that, and it switches it. So I will have 0 damage, and he will have the 120 damage. 90% of the time, these people won't realize it, but they'll go over their HP or at their HP level, because that's how hefty HP level is, 170. And I will knock out their Pokemon. Okay, I will knock them out straight up, just with that card alone. And a lot of times I'll get a concede just from that attack alone. Now, on the other hand, if he's got a strong deck, like the other guy did, I will consistently put Psychic energies on my Mewtwo EXs, because Scatter Shot does 30 times the attack damage amount with each Psychic energy to this Pokemon. So how many cards I have on there does 30 times whatever type, how many I have on there. So I could do well up to 200, 300 damage if I get enough energy on there. As you see in the last one, I did 280 damage just with, what was that, two of them ago. I think I did 280 damage because I had enough energy on them. But yeah, this is a very OP card right there. Obviously, my Victini, as you guys can see, it does search your deck for 2 basic energy cards and attach them to your bench Pokemon in any way you like. Shuffle your deck afterwards, and that allows me to just get my other Pokemon ready. If you're defending Pokemon EX, this attack does 50 more damage. I don't really use Victini as an attack Pokemon. It's cool if I have to, but I usually 90% of the time will not use Victini as fighting type Pokemon. I'll just get him ready to get my other Pokemon on my bench ready. Alright, see, this is the reason why I don't use my Charizard EXs. I just use them to usually get a concede, to get the person to give up, because I'm going to throw out these Pokemon that look super powerful, look tinky as crap, it has strong attacks, but I usually won't use them. Obviously, because it uses 3 energies just to do a 60 attack damage. It uses 2 colorless and 2 fire just to use 150, which I can't use the next attack. But if I have to rely on him, I will rely on him later, and I will use those attacks. But it's like a last resort for me to use those cards. Same with this one, attach an energy card from your discard pile to this Pokemon. If I have any energies in my discard pile, I'll start using this Pokemon to do obviously Flame Cloak, so I can get ready for this if my Victini's knocked out, or if I don't have a Victini yet, which is very unlikely considering I usually can get him on my first turn. Then I'll use Burning Breath, which is flip 2 coins. This attack does 40 damage, more damage for each head, so it does already 80. It could do up to, 160 damage at most. But the likelihood of you getting 2 heads is 50-50, so you never know. But he's tanky. Very tanky. Again, this Charizard EX allows me to flip a coin. If heads, search your deck for up to 3 basic energy cards and attach them to this Pokemon. Shuffle your deck afterwards. So if I have to, I'll switch over to this one. Fire Blast isn't that great of an attack. I mean, it's a very tanky attack. And discard an energy attached to this Pokemon. It's not bad. It's not the greatest, but at least it does a tanky damage. So if I have to use this Charizard as a last resort, I will. Like I said, they're just really, these Charizards are just there to make that opponent scared. But this Mega Charizard EX, I will use if both opponents I know of don't really have anything going on. I will Mega Charizard EX my Pokemon and lose my turn. I don't care, because when one of your Pokemon becomes a Mega Evolution Pokemon, your turn ends automatically. But if I know there's nothing going on like that first battle, I'll Mega Evolve my Pokemon. This Heat Typhoon is 100 plus. Flip a coin for each fire energy attached to this Pokemon. This attack does 50 more damage for each heads. Now that is super OP if you know how to use it. Obviously, as you see in my first battle, I plopped out my Mega Charizard right at the ending, but I never got to use them. So another bad thing down on these EX cards is if you do get knocked out, your opponent grabs 2 EX, like 2 prize cards, and that does suck. But you know what? That's okay. And as you guys see my strat with the Hoopa EX here, I did a pretty crazy Hoopa EX damage here. My opponent obviously was getting his Mew EX to do a replace so he could do the same attack as me. I didn't let that happen. I knocked out his Pokemon before it could happen. He had nothing else to go up against except for his Mewtwo EX. And obviously the downside of the Hoopa is that you have to use them not on your first turn. You actually you have to pick out 3 Pokemon EX cards. But it's cool because you can go ahead and summon 3 Pokemon EX cards, which allow me to get that Victini off the first bat if I need to, or whatever I need to do to get that. Now, Hyperspace Fury is a very OP attack if used correctly. Okay, now when he's an active Pokemon, not my bench, you could discard 2 energies attached to this Pokemon, which sucks. Okay. This attack does 100 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. Doesn't matter if it's the active or if it's the bench. So if he's got a weak Pokemon that doesn't have anything out there like I had on my first battle, that's what's going to be your OP attack. I usually don't use Hoopa EX as an attacker, but when I saw that coming up there and I seen that replace from that Mew EX, I had to get myself ready to go ahead and destroy that Mew EX. So otherwise I usually don't use Hoopa EX very often for an attacker. I just use it to scare off my opponent or to bring out 3 EX Pokemon. Usually Blaziken EX, Victini EX, and Mewtwo EX. Blaziken EX, the reason why he's super OP. Attach an energy counter from your discard pile to this Pokemon, Fist of Fury. It sucks because you gotta get 2, you gotta have 1 fire and 1 colorless, but that's okay. Usually if you get a Victini or an energy trainer card that I have in my deck, usually you can get that right off the bat. Does 30 damage, whatever, but allows me to pull out an fire energy from my discard pile if I need to. Flare Storm, not the greatest, but flip a coin for each fire energy attached to this Pokemon. This attack does 20 more damage for each head. It's good if you know how to use it. Again, he's tanky and it's there to take a lot of damage. Mega Blaziken EX, obviously, during your next turn, this Pokemon's Moonsault Blaze does 100 more damage before applying weakness and resistance. So he does 100 damage, and as you see in that first battle I had, he does 100 damage. The opponent's Pokemon will go ahead and hit him. He's very tanky, 210 HP. And usually Mega Blaziken can survive. If you have your Pokemon Center Lady, you go ahead and heal him. That way you can't knock him out in the next turn or 2. And then his next move does 200 damage on top of that, which has allowed me to go ahead and wipe out his Mewtwo EX that he had last time, which is very tanky Pokemon and could do a serious amount of damage with 120 damage there. Now, Evosoda, I have 4 of these actually in this deck, and also in my real life deck. Now this is a really OP deck. This is what one of my basic foundations of my deck is, other than to gather my Pokemon when I need them right off the first or second turn. Okay, this Evosoda, search your deck for a card that evolves from one of your Pokemon and put it into that Pokemon. This counts as evolving that Pokemon. Shuffle your deck afterwards. You can't use this card during the first turn or on a Pokemon that was put in play this turn. Now, the cool thing about this is it allows me to evolve my Pokemon anytime I need to, and I can search my deck. Now, the beauty about searching your deck is you can see what cards you have in there to see what you have in your prize deck, okay? Now, Evosoda also doesn't matter. I don't have to have it in my card like rare candy. You have to have it in your card, in your hand. But Evosoul allows me to search my deck to get that card, get that Pokemon, and then evolve them. Boom! Whenever I need to. That's why Evosoul is so OP. That's why I have it in my deck, and that's why I use it. My deck's foundation is for evolving and to get my Pokemon highest I possibly can, or to get the EX cards out there whenever I can, fast enough as I can. Professor's Letter. Search your deck for up to 2 basic energy cards, reveal them, and put them into your hand. Shuffle your deck afterwards. Now, if I don't have a Victini, like I don't have a Victini EX in my my real life deck, then I have this to rely on. I have 3 of these suckers in my real life deck, and 3 of them in this deck, or 4 of them, I can't remember. But either way, if I don't have a Victini out there, I can rely on this Professor's Letter to get my Pokemon and my bench Pokemon ready. Unfortunately, you can only put it in your hand. You can't equip them to your Pokemon, but each turn you can go ahead and start to get your Pokemon ready. Yep. Repeat Ball. I don't use this very often, but when I do, it's there if I need it. It says search your deck for a Pokemon with the same name as one of your Pokemon in play, reveal it, and put it into your hand. Shuffle your deck afterwards. So if I need to get my Mewtwo EX, I got another one right there, which is my Repeat Ball. Or if I need to get another Charizard EX, I got it out there. Or if I need to get Charmander, Charmeleon, or Charizard, I got it there, obviously. And this is what I can use. So I have 2 Charizards, 2 Charmeleons, 2 normal Charmanders. I have 3 Charizard EXs in this deck, 4 of them in my real deck, and 2 Mewtwo EXs in both my decks. So it's a very OP card for me to use. Pokemon Fan Club. Search your deck for up to 2 basic Pokemon, reveal them, and put them into your hand. Shuffle your deck afterwards. So let's say if I don't have my Hoopa EX out there and I can't put him on my bench, and if I get this card, okay, so I have 4 of these cards in my deck. I can use up to 4 of them. And it says, obviously, I can search my deck. Again, that's that search opportunity to see what I have in my deck. So if I have my first turn, I can see what I have in my deck and what I have in my prize. I already know what I have in my prize because it won't pop up in my search panel. So it says, so I can go ahead and pull out 2 basic Pokemon and put them in my hand. There, I can put in my bench if I have space. Okay, so Bridget's really cool. She says, search your deck for 1 basic Pokemon EX or 3 basic Pokemon, except for Pokemon EX. So if you can either choose 1 basic Pokemon EX or 3 basic Pokemon. Put them into your bench, shuffle your deck afterwards. So if I got an opponent, let's say, that has something that counters EX cards, and I can't knock them out or doesn't do any damage to the EX cards, I could search for both of my Charmanders, bring them out there, and boom! Now he doesn't have anything he can do against me, okay? Or if I need the EX card, I can search for my Mewtwo EX or my Victini EX right off my first turn and look for that, and boom! I can get myself ready. Very OP, I have 2 of those. Pokemon Center Lady. Obviously, any smart deck builder will have Pokemon Center Lady in here, only because it's stronger than Super Potion, it's better than normal Potion and any other thing out there. So it says it heals 60 damage and removes all special conditions from one of your Pokemon. Self-explanatory, I don't need to tell you that, but I have 4 of those suckers in there. You can have up to 4 special energies for the double colorless. Obviously, you know why I have that in there, because it counts as 2, and all your Pokemon have a colorless usually in their attack. So if I have to use it for like my Charizards and stuff to get them ready, obviously have it there so I don't have to use more fire energy. I have 23. No, I don't have 23. I think I have like so many fire energies in my deck. I have 13 fire energies for my deck, and I have 10 psychic energies obviously for my deck, and that's very OP because I need those energies to get my Pokemon bench ready. And so as you guys can tell, that is the reason why my deck is OP to the point where it is. It is very tournament worthy. I've had 10 straight wins from this deck already in a row. So if you guys have any questions, hit me up. But yeah, my deck is actually a tank deck is what it's called. It's an evolutionary tank deck. It's meant to take a lot of damage, to act like I'm going to lose, and then swap the odds against me onto the opponent and then win. Because obviously all my Pokemon can do massive damage as well. Not only can they take the damage, they can do the massive damage on top of that. So it's also evolutionary. Obviously, I searched my deck for my evolutions. It's also there for my counters. So, but it's basically an evolutionary tank deck, if you guys are wondering. Yes, this is my own strats. These are my own Pokemon cards that I use in real life. And so yeah, go ahead and steal that idea if you guys want. You can do it with other Pokemon cards out there, like grass, water. Doesn't matter. You can use any type. Just remember, just be smart with your cards. Read your cards and then put them in there. So yeah, that's it, guys. If you got any questions, hit me up. Peace out, guys. I am out of here. Bye.